I say that I am better now, better now. I only say that 'cause you're not around, not around.
Welcome, everybody, to the Tatumeister YouTube channel. It's your boy, the Tatumeister, with another movie review. Yes. And this time, for Thanksgiving, it's only fair I review A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, right? Because Thanksgiving is definitely a holiday I think Mr. Rogers would enjoy. Now, I saw A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood after watching Frozen 2, and I've let it process in me a bit, but I'm still going to give it the rating I'm going to give it. But I got to say, guys, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, it's a truly great film. I mean, it's a beautiful movie, I got to admit. It's a very sweet movie, and it's a very touching movie, for sure. I have my negatives and my nitpicks and my little cons for it, but overall, it's pretty great. I mean, it's pretty great. Now, if you're going into A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood expecting a bunch of Fred Rogers, a bunch of him, you're not going to get a whole lot, because this movie isn't focused on him. It's definitely focused on Lloyd, the main character, and I forget who plays him. Yeah, Matt Reeves? Yeah, Matt Reeves plays Lloyd, the main character in this movie, and he's very sweet. Like, his story is this great. This whole movie and story is, like, truly great. I mean, Mariel Hillard directed this movie with Noah Hofstra and Mika Ferry writing it, and yeah, they did a really great job with this movie, for sure. Of course, we gotta talk about Tom Hanks playing Fred Rogers, right? My gosh! Now, a little later after I watched this movie, I found out Tom Hanks and Fred Rogers are actually related down the line. Tom Hanks is actually Fred Rogers' sixth cousin, and I didn't even know that. I'm like, what? They're related? That makes so much sense. That's why he looks so much like him. I mean, wow. I mean, and when you watch the movie, I mean, Tom Hanks literally becomes Fred Rogers. You don't even see Tom Hanks in this movie. I mean, he looks like him. He acts like him. He is Fred Rogers in this movie. You don't even see Tom Hanks in this movie. That's just how good of an acting he did. Now, do I think he should get nominated for Best Supporting Actor in this movie? Maybe not. I mean, is it an Oscar-worthy performance? I don't know, but I mean, he literally becomes Fred Rogers in this movie. It is uncanny. I mean, it was a pretty great performance. I mean, you don't even see Tom Hanks in this movie. It's like, wow, he did a great job. But unfortunately, he's not in the movie a whole lot, which is one of the negatives I have. I wish he was in it more, but when he is in the movie, he does steal the show. I mean, of course, it's Tom Hanks, it's freaking Fred Rogers. What do you expect? So, anyway, guys, so the movie's about this journalist who's Lloyd, the main character in this movie, played by Matt Reeves, and he's interviewing Fred Rogers in this movie. But it's not just about the interview. It's about Lloyd's journey to become a better person and become learn how to accept others, learn how to accept his dad, and just be a nice person all around to other people and his family and all that. And this movie has such a powerful message, and it's just a beautiful movie. I mean, the title says it all. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Yeah, I know, it's a song, but now, guys, going into this, I didn't know a whole lot about Fred Rogers. But after watching this movie, I really want to learn more about him. I'm definitely going to watch the documentary, Won't You Be My Neighbor, on him. I bought the movie. I just haven't really got the chance to watch the whole thing yet. But I'm really more interested now. I mean, Fred Rogers seems like this amazing dude. And even the guy, Lloyd is like thinking, this guy can't be real. This guy's too good to be true. I mean, but the more he went into him, he just finds out, man, he's just a really nice person. But, yeah, I mean, the whole movie and story is truly profound and truly great. And it's movies like this that just make you feel good. It's a feel good type of movie for sure. I mean, it'll make you laugh, it'll make you cry, it'll make you feel great. It's just a great movie. I mean, what else can I say? Now, I'm going to get into some negatives now, because this movie clearly isn't perfect, and it's clearly not the best movie of the year. I mean, anybody that says that is a ding-dong, but I'm going to do some negatives now. So, the negatives I could say is, I wish, the biggest negative I say is, I wish Tom Hanks was in it more. Like, you would think, he would be in it a lot, but he's not as in it as most people think. I mean, he's in it, yeah, but he's only in I'd say about 50% of the movie, which isn't bad. I'm glad they didn't focus on him entirely, because they have a whole documentary about Fred Rogers. They don't need him in this movie 100% of the time. But I wish he was in it more, just a little bit more. It would have been great to see more, but it's all right. I'm happy we got him in this movie, and I got to learn more about him, so it was cool. I guess another negative is they didn't focus on a lot of the other characters in this movie. I mean, they did focus on some of the characters, but like, it's definitely mostly focusing on Lloyd and Fred Rogers. Those are the two focuses in this movie, especially Lloyd. Lloyd is completely focused on. His character is like profound and complex, and he's messed up in the side because of his father and his mom died, and it's just, you really feel bad for this dude. And it's just, Fred Rogers comes in and speaks to him and makes him feel good. It makes him become a better person, and it's just a really sweet story. But yeah, the problem is, there's a lot of the other characters kind of on the side. They're kind of like, you don't really care about them, but you do care about Lloyd and Fred Rogers, obviously. But I guess another negative I have is it does get a little, weird at points. Like, there's a part in the movie where like they're quiet for like a minute. I get why that part was in. That actually happened in real life, but it is a little weird sitting there in silence for like an entire minute of the film, watching just Fred Rogers and Lloyd just sit there like with their emotions. I get why they did that. It made the movie more interesting and like, wow, this is different. But it was a little weird. Like, there's parts like that, and there's like a lot of out of place, like visuals and other random choices the director made for this movie. That kind of was like, I don't know why that you chose to do that, but okay. I like the choices you did, but it's weird choices. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the movies are very different. It's very unique, and I love what the director and everybody did with this movie. It was unique. It was great how they told the story. I guess another negative is I wish the movie was longer. This movie's only an hour and 54 minutes. What you'd think would be pretty long, but it goes by pretty fast. I mean, I mean, I don't know. I wish the movie was like 30 minutes longer. It should have been a 2-hour, 30-minute movie, in my opinion, because it'd really go deep into the story. But it's only 107 minutes, which, it's less than 2 hours. It's like an hour and 40, 50 minutes, which isn't bad, but I wish it was longer. It should have been like 2 hours to 2 hours, 15 minutes, I feel like. Because I would have loved to go more in depth with the characters in the story, but, But other than that, this movie's pretty great. I mean, it'll make you feel good. It's a great story. It's got great visuals, got great, just great everything. Great acting. What can I say? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. So, yeah. So what am I going to rate the movie? Well, I thought long and hard about it. I'm going to give it a straight 9 out of 10. It's not exceptional 9. It's not a B. It's not an 8 movie. But it is a 9. It's a really great movie. Just really great. It has its problems. It has its weird negatives. It's not perfect. It's not mind-blowing. But it is pretty dang great. And I just really enjoyed it. I probably might see it again. Maybe. Is it worth seeing again? I don't know. I probably might buy it, though, on DVD. I've been sick for a while, so. Thank you all for watching, and happy Thanksgiving. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day in the neighbor. Would you be my neighbor? Tatemeister, the Tatemeister is going to sign out. Bye-bye.